If you make, let's say, $100,000 a year in this business, but you also have 100% of your time, right? You're full time now, you don't have a job. Compare that to another career where someone earns $100,000, but they work 40 to 60 hours a week every week. Ask ChatGPT to compare those two options and then give you the true value of your business versus that business. If they were to quantify it in dollars, you'll be blown away by what it says. When I did that and I did this exercise, I added up all the money that I've made in Enagic in the last decade. And then I also said that I've been free time and location for that 10 years and that I've done exactly what I wanted to do. I've traveled the world. I've done fun stuff. I had like bucket list experiences. I've had 2 children. I've been fully present for both of them, so on and so on and so on. You know what it did? It added $13 million of value. And even that 13 million that was just added from freedom of time and location is still technically not 13 million, is still technically priceless, because if someone said to me, hey, Balazs, you have to give back all those experiences. You have to give back all those memories. You didn't travel anywhere. You were always working. You weren't with your children. You missed all these special moments, but I'll give you $13 million for it. I would tell you to fuck off. Jerome had a nice business setup call today. Next week, handling the paperwork, and then it will be my first sale. Yes, man. That's so exciting. Because once you can get that first sale, like so many of those beliefs that you have, the doubts, the question marks, the can I do this? Am I in the right place? All of those are technically invalid. I hope you understand that. So once you get that first sale, all of that shit can never come back. It's no longer ever possibly true because you've done it once. And now you're technically just repeating that process. And there's going to be some other things you got to learn, of course, and develop yourself, ongoing leadership, duplication, other things. But just that simplicity of like, I've done the thing, and this thing repeated over and over and over again by myself and others is what eventually gets you to 6823 and beyond. Like, that's the whole business. And you are about to do it for the first time. So anybody who's getting their first sale or hasn't yet but will, it's such a massive milestone. It's like, get that shit tattooed on your forehead, the date, you know? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That'd be weird. But definitely never forget the day, you know? Like, it's like your first sale anniversary date. And it's going to show you on your Enagic sales report as well. So you don't have to really memorize it. Don't worry. Anyways, so what else we got cooking in the chat here? D, I received my MGuard and I have been taking it in the classroom with me. I'm excited to change direction and focus on EMF education for teachers and primary school parents with MGuard as a solution. Beautiful. I love that. It's a great way to lead with a new product that is just came out recently, and it's helping so many people with their energy. It's powerful. April, I've reached out to someone today I've wanted to work with from the beginning. They're open and excited to watch the masterclass. How's that feel? How's that feel to kind of reach out and be like, this is what I got? What do you think about it? When that's received positively, it's so refreshing. And then you just remind yourself, like, what am I afraid of? Why am I so scared of, people saying no, or it's not for me? Like, who cares, man? Just find out. Yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Sift and sort, sift and sort. Yes or no. Like, the faster you can play the sorting game, like imagine a bunch of black and white marbles on the table and you're just sorting white, black, like left, right, left, right, left, right. And you're just sorting them. And you don't care how many are white or how many are black. It doesn't matter. You just don't want them to sit on the table and you're staring at them and being like, I wonder if this one's a yeah. Don't do that. Just go. And another random funny thing. So we talk about the power of this business, how amazing it is, and the leverage, and how it's special and it's unique. And you guys all know this already. But when you have a real world conversation with somebody who is not even your ideal client, you're not running ads to them, you're not even trying to sell them or anything, but it just kind of flows naturally and organically. So since we basically put the contract in to buy this house, I've had to talk to lots of people. I've had to talk to lawyers and realtors and brokers and so many people. And you gotta think about it. Like, if you are the realtor selling a $5 million house, this person is like playing the game at a high level of luxury real estate and so on. Guess who's interested in my business? The realtor. Guess who's telling me that selling this type of property, even though it's beautiful and all the things, is not as awesome as people might think. It's not as profitable as people might think. And the higher the listing goes, in terms of the value, the more competitive the market is to sell it because there's less people who can afford it. So you have to basically take your marketing strategy to such a high level to attract somebody with the video, with the presentation, with the magazine that like sells the features of the home and all the things, that it actually costs you so much more of your commission. So your overhead increases with the value of the home because average marketing won't cut it, right? It's kind of interesting. So he's telling me, he's like, the amount of times like a client needs this and the client needs that, and then like go back to the house and then visit and then this and then open house and then a showing, like when they actually calculate the total number of hours they've had to put in from like the listing in the beginning to when it's sold, which in this case was 7, or I think it was like 10 months from when the house completed to when we moved in. So this person was earning almost a whole year of social media posts every couple days, constantly in the back of your head, you're thinking like, I haven't sold this property, man. Like I might lose the listing. Like the developer is not happy with me. Like a lot of psychological stuff, a lot of stress. And then you finally get this commission 10 months later. And you're like, if I divide all the work I put in for 10 months, I didn't really make very much. Plus they had to spend all this money as well. So he's telling me, he's asking me questions. And I think the commission is like 1% or something like that. Like it's really, really low. And sometimes they have to split the commission with other realtors if they're like helping each other, like close the buyer and whatever. And so I'm telling him, I'm like, in my business, we're not selling such high value homes, but you get 57% commission on a direct sale if you get all the points. He goes, what? You get what? And I'm like, yeah, not 1%. And not only that, but when you have multiple people continuing to sell this, you get like high percentages of their sales, which is now fully leveraged. And he's like, we need to talk. You know what I mean? And so it's so powerful. Then the movers coming in here, the guys literally, he worked from 9:30 in the morning. The general manager of this moving company was one of the people on this 8-person team. 9:30 a.m. on Friday, and they finished at 4 a.m. That was just the moving the shit from my house 10 minutes away. Like it's not even that far. 10 minutes away into the garage of our new place. 9:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. Meanwhile, I'm like playing with my kids. I'm like doing all this stuff, doing all this thing. And he's like, is this what you do like all the time? I'm like, yeah. He is like, this is what I want. He's like, I want this life. And I don't think I'm ever gonna get it if I have this moving company. I'm like, bro, if you want me to show you how, just say the word. He's like, show me how. I'm like, all right. Like, I'm just getting people like crazy, and all I'm doing is living my life hiring shit. Then tomorrow, I got another person who's putting this protection. It's called Tough Skin. It protects like marble counters and stuff from like stains because it's very like porous and anything stains it basically. He's coming tomorrow. This guy's going to be asking mega questions. Some other guy's going to come drill a hole in my countertop to set up the K8 in this custom way where like the machine's in the corner and then the lines go under the counter and then the faucet's beside the thing. So like I'm getting like 5, 6, 7, 8, leads from just the contractors I'm hiring just because I gotta, I need help. And they're all going like, how? Looking around the house and shit. How are you doing this? How old are you, man? Like people keep saying that. Like how old? I'm like, I'm 39. They're like, are you serious? What? Like it breaks people's brains. You guys get this, right? It's like we have a glitch in the matrix. We've like chosen to remove ourselves. And now I understand that it takes time to build this thing, but you're collapsing timelines in a way where when you have the leverage, you have the income coming in, you have the location freedom, all of this is not correctly accounted for when someone asks you for your business numbers or your ROI. Put it into Chat GPT. This is a great little personal exercise you can do. If you make, let's say, $100,000 a year, okay, in this business, but you also have 100% of your time, right? You're full time now. You don't have a job. Compare that to another career where someone earns $100,000, but they work 40 to 60 hours a week every week. Ask ChatGPT to compare those two options and then give you the true value of your business versus that business. If they were to quantify it in dollars, you'll be blown away by what it says. When I did that and I did this exercise, I added up all the money that I've made in Enagic in the last decade, and then I also said that I've been free time and location for that 10 years and that I've done exactly what I wanted to do. I've traveled the world, I've done fun stuff. I had like bucket list experiences. I've had two children. I've been fully present for both of them, so on and so on and so on. You know what it did? It added $13 million of value, and even that 13 million that was just added from freedom of time and location is still technically not 13 million, is still technically priceless. Because if someone said to me, hey, Balazs, you have to give back all those experiences, you have to give back all those memories, you didn't travel anywhere, you were always working, you weren't with your children, you missed all these special moments, but I'll give you $13 million for it, I would tell you to fuck off. I wouldn't take the money. So then that goes to show you that it's even bigger and more valuable than that. But there is a way to actually quantify it in a financial sense that once again blows people away, like realtors and salespeople and other people, where they just don't even know that this is a thing, or they don't believe it's real. They don't believe it's sustainable. They don't believe it's legitimate or whatever other bullshit. So yeah, these are the things just happening to me in like my daily life. And then my wife, she's like, did the moving company guy just want to join your business? Like she keeps asking me. I'm like, yeah, I think so. She's like, did the realtor just want to join your business? I'm like, I think so. She's like, are you trying to sell them? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm just answering these basic, simple questions that they keep asking me. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, I'm not even trying. I'm just like, this is what I do. And they're like, tell me more. And you know what I mean? Like, it's like a little breadcrumb, and then they want to eat it up. They're like, tell me more. How does this work? And so that's another example of when you change your environment, you level up, you take a risk. Is like now my home becomes a magnet for opportunities. Like I could literally just DoorDash stuff to my house all day long, and like every driver is like a prospect if I wanted them to be. It's like just got endless. Just yeah, come by the house, just drop it off. I'm like, hey, you want to join my business? You want to join my business? But I'm not gonna do that because it's not my ideal client. But you get what I mean. Anyways, let's continue here. So we got Scott, two new Enagic partners this week. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. You just went 6A in your second line. Let's go, Shay. Congratulations. Let's give Shay a big round of applause. It's so good. Yeah, the longer the sales cycle, exactly, Craig. It's such a wild thing that you start to be like, yeah, it messes with you. You're like wondering if it's your fault or like your marketing sucks. It really is a psychological game. It's crazy. If they lose the listing, exactly. Yeah, in the States, it could be a higher percentage, but the thing how it works here is like you're sharing the commission with the buyer's agent and the seller's agent. So like it doesn't end up being like fully yours. It's like a split. So anyways, that's part of the factors. Like the total commission could be like 2.5%, but what each realtor keeps is not the full amount, because there's so many people involved in selling it. That's what I'm saying, Jerome. Isn't that so cool? So now when you talk to people and you have this different context of what does this all mean, right? Because so often we get misguided by people's financial results and financial success. And when you have someone who makes less money, but they have more freedom, in my opinion, that's more valuable than someone who has more money and less time, right? But society doesn't value it the same way because it's harder to quantify it, and you just can't get the time back. And that's the thing that I feel like makes it so much more valuable is if you were older and then someone said to you like, what if you can go back in time and relive the first 5 years of your child's life and be fully present to like see all the fun and the moments or whatever, and tried to pay you some type of money for it, that's when it really hits you what the value is, because now you've lived it, it's gone, it's never coming back, and you have this opportunity. And then like that's what the real sense of value starts to be established. But when you're in it, it's often easy to miss that it's so valuable because you're like in the moment. So I've been doing my best to be mindful and recognize like the good old days, these special times are happening right now, literally in real time. So super cool.